Fast forward, ini como channel so age politics aven. Oni podcast stars are trying to make headlines. Ya jemre di bi exomo awaha. Di mi ho raksi mu se ene. Eri di kanya stress bit ma subscribe to the channel. The notification bell so share na Addo so enter into enkebe. Ni di mi ho raksi mu. Yang ko aya political hawis ni. Oni eja demo enya asem ko akra. Na ene dua Kevin Taylor etimi abora eye MPP amayiko no aso eye na Xpǒsě odi ababonten. Unia enya asem koto akra otimi atete party no apansam kra nese sakra no anhwa ebe ye omode sema hodo figu ho ka kumeji de papo no wajemre abra obi nchom yemo wan sim age politics ave
implementing the nuclear Obekacho say the government is doing nothing. 8 years ago, or from 2017 to 2024, yedim de bia na inflation nenam, yehu be bia na interest rate nenam, yehu be bia na unemployment rate nenam, yehu be bia na dollar na akudu, yehu the rate at which people were kicked out of their works and their businesses, how people lost their investment. We saw how the country na ekura team na tension. Say you can compare it to today. You bet my honest analysis. It has not this conversation is a conversation. Sorry, I will say ye emotions free. I will say the love we have for some people free. I like John Mahama. I like his style of governance. But when it comes to assessing his government, I'm going to put away John Mahama, the liking I like him, and the way the NDC are operating and basically respecting Ghanaians. I am going to look at the issues realistically. Now, for you near the Aban way atoto Abaya Ebeto ye any subio previous government, near the president way, the delivery, and some key people in this government, delivery, near compared to the government that just ended. Because the only way they will say we are making progress as a people when it comes to governance is to compare what is happening today to what happened yesterday. In fact, if we even want to be very, very liberal, let me say liberal, we are just going to take the first 1 year of John Mahama and the first 1 year of Akuffo Bawumia. So I say very, very fair. Obi opese o defend Akuffo Bawumia MPP crown no obeka say hey, I didn't Akuffo Bawumia be di Ghana so 8 years. Now Mahama abedi Ghana so 1 year pay. Say Mahama ya de Akuffo. Why don't you take Akuffo first year and compare to Mahama's first year? Fine. It's a reasonable or rational argument to make. Now, the issue here is make sure there. Mese malam no Sudan yanena kasa. Adi wa e kan mon kwara na e 1990 no 2001 for no. Ana mo gin see di agro. Yene technique akasa e Sudan. Panyan 31. Mo de yen concentrate to ha. Na de ebesi no munya hu bi da. From this time going. Now let's look at Akuffo first year. If we are going to be very, very compassionate, we are going to be very, very reasonable in our analysis. Let's just do Akuffo first year and the NDC John Mahama first year. Now we are Ghana ni, we are ni. What's Ghana ha? You have seen what has gone on over the years. There are so many people more Ghana. A year capital I know to be raising, and as a interest to me enya, and as a sika to me see as we speak, for the 8 years under a year Bawumia and Akuffo, they could not save that amount of money. It's a fact. There are a lot of businessmen and women in Ghana today confidently. They are very confident when it comes to business and ye. Why? Under Bawumia and Akuffo, from first year to the 8th year, they were never confident. Why is it so? Something is working, something is happening. The government of the day is doing something unique. And the most important thing is, team, stay with me, please. Mr. P, Mr. S, stay with me. The most important thing is, Abanwe Atna Abamu for a whole 1 year. We didn't witness. I know, Mr. P, Mr. S, I know what's going on. Mr. S, I know what's going on. After the show, I'll tell you. Yeah, Mr. S, I know what's going on. After the show, I'll tell you. I'm sorry. I'm telling my team something. 1 second. I'm sorry. 1 second. I'll be back. 1 second.
We are going to turn the whole country upside down. One by one.
Well, how will you do it?
We will die and they will bury us. We are going to turn the whole country upside down. One by one.
Well, how will you do it?
We will die and they will bury us. We are going to turn the whole country upside down. One by one.
Well, how will you do it?
We will die and they will bury us.
The NPP cannot be underestimated. You know it, I know it. They've been in existence for a long time and have been changing their names up till this day. The nature of who they are listen. The nature of who they are, what they are, where they've come from, is something they are happy with, and they will be there for a long time. Let's not mimic their behavior. Let us reach into the principles and the values that emerged out of the circumstances that gave birth to us. And if we can hold onto those principles and those values, we will move way into the future and no one can ever defeat us.
So as I was saying, the NDC government and the John Dramani Mahama and the leadership, so many things is see. Now, on the 7th of December, a year Ďirťy and Endra, a year Endra and John Dramani Mahama and NDC, a year, one solid year. Now, the president, as you know, has been somebody from the one, like I say, he's always wanted to govern with the Ghanaian. He has always wanted to be part of governance. He has always wanted to add Ghana to his decision making. Yesterday, he humbly came out with a very decent, reasonable statement. Ghana as he celebrates 1 year in office, he renewed his pledge that we are going to build this nation, this Ghana, for each other, and that he's going to make sure that promise he made to Ghanaians before he was given the nod to lead as the president of the republic, he is going to live up to it. And also the promises that he promised, that a country under him would never be a divided country, a country full of discrimination, a country there will be a lot of exclusion, or say he will make sure some people will not be favored on others. And that is something over this 1 year, he has made sure in Ghana today, under the leadership of John Dramani Mahama, in Yimu, pesamin kuminya nipa we mu de omunim nyansa we mu de yem for mon ka ho we mu de ebu omunim tia aban na yebu no nipa class bi na wo so modwene we mu nim nyansa or say from day one of promising yes for 1 year he has lived up to it, and we are all witnesses to it. And in his own statement, was so committed to it, he's not going to move away from it. It is important what we call discrimination, you be free or mambu, something we call exclusion, you be free or mambu, something we call a friend say some people are not supposed to be part of governance, obeying in free or mambu. Now right now, that tension that we felt for the past 8 years, that tension that Ghana to be discussing is gone. And that Bawumia, any Akuffo, Kennedy Japan, country, Kobre Japan, any brand champion, we saw a country that was working on high voltage path. Every single person was angry. Every single businessman was angry. Every teacher was angry. Every military officer was angry. Every police officer was angry. Pensioners got pissed off. Doctors were angry. Ghanaians who were traders, petty traders, were angry. Every single part of this nation, we were all angry at each other. All because we had a government and the Akuffo Bawumia, Kennedy Japan, Brand Champon, country, it was a government full of people who were discriminative, people who were selective, people who were corrupt, people who did not respect the rule of law. We had a president and his vice who were daft and could not read the mood of the people. And see, for a solid year, this is the first time we are going to celebrate Christmas. We all as a people are confident in our skin. We are confident about our nation. We believe in our president. And also, we are of high hope to say the years to come ahead of us now are going to be prosperous years. It's going to be better. Economic-wise, it's going to be better. Security-wise, it's going to be better. Governance as a whole-wise, we all have that belief it's going to be better. This is the first time we have seen Ghanaians more relaxed than anything else. You meet businessmen today, they are able to go out, speak their mind. You meet people, you tell to say they will never speak on Ghana politics. Today, being free to speak on how this country should be or can be governed. Now, after 1 year, we will say, again, NDC what have they done? And there are so many Ghanaians, Metumaka just say, these statements, yes, Mr. P, I'll do it. These statements are very legitimate statements. After a very legitimate statement, say, Aban we ba na dia na waye. Aban we be si su na dia na waye. Obi a wo Ghana bia we musa sa question no na ebia. Obusa sa question na ebia. Why na adwene say on pese obegia atum dia aban na ye, because every single thing bia aban ne be ye bia no. Say John Mahama di bibi enim na okasa waye ade we ya. It is not to benefit John Mahama and his family. It is to benefit Ghanaians. And remember, it is not to benefit one person. It is to benefit the whole nation. So it means say enye nipa ba ko pe de be decide say aban we aya ade na say aban we nya ade. Enye the view of one person or how one person feels about this government, or the way they see things, the perspective of one person, and they bet me actually say Ghana for this is how we see things. It doesn't work like that. And it's a media house, and now an individual walks out there and meets two people and say, how do you feel? No, because I don't feel good about this government. I don't like this thing. It does not necessarily translate into abino performance. The only way about say abine end to me on to me born and say when the numbers are coming in during elections and closer to elections, and also when you see the general mood of the people when it comes to how they complain. Now, hardly do you hear Ghana near Okojaso and now Okodija telling you say Mikodi Gano Misika Ninashi. Never happens. You've never heard anything like that for the past 1 year. Even Jatenum eye asantimemua eye kejetia majority of the people almost say sebio support to MP, and the Ubo Rawa, hardly will you hear anybody say Afiwe Maboka. It will never happen because the government, through the policies, any Ajunipa or Yama or Wama Ghana, John Mahama use the word we on your discriminatory, no. I'm not be organ piano in your home for. Now, before I continue, Andrew Pepe and a year election 1 year to about our Ghana, and we heard a lot of things. Nipa Bebre can some. And remember, the NPP as a political party, from 1992, they have thrived on something. They have thrived on fear. They have thrived on lies. And these are the two things the NPP as a political party, from time I na bafwa kutu, etiti ni moremu 700 pounds. Se nipa mi fankwati party ni fambra himfie na yendi party sem te said ye yedi ahenie. Mami timu biem ebi awante. NPP as a political party, yet party on two grounds. Almost thrive on fear and misinformation or lies. Now, from time I see MPP yana na ba fakutu. MPP from time omo free mensiano. Adwenpa na edi echiri senka yente party a yebetumi decide Ghana faith, ana Ghana mpuntio, ana Ghana nkanko, ana Ghana nchechire no ewa himfie. Iti adwenpa bi na shepitima omo de MPP eno na ehye nipa bitima besi na, and the Ghana na ekoso kra emu nipa bi de, no matter what you do they will tell you say omo hu Ghana ni ye, but we are still going to move forward. 7 December 2024 near Tuaba. In this year, yesterday we were not online, but we did not do a show. But we were on social media, how Ghanaians have become very enlightened, how Ghanaians are reminding each other. We going back, stepping back to look at or to show to each other the lies some people nipa bi atrobia omo ka omo tibon wo say omo betwa Ghana for na yatam oman ama MPP biem ema Bawumia Kennedy Japan brand champion country mo asabe Ghana so ewiaye aseye ekuye asafere. Now so many things went on nipa bi katro. Now osame man oti bibia say oman bo anase aman chichire se wo de atro edi onima what you get any de Akuffo adugya man se wo de atro edi political party enim ana wo de atro etu tim se eno na wo de bechichire man a eno bi na ema na Addo danko Akuffo ade eja Ghana one Bawumia eja Ghana bibia na Ghana wo enti atro a very very dangerous thing. Anytime a platform we know every day me catch Ghana for say we are not going to allow anyone, any group of people, any person or persons to think say they can lie to protect people, they can lie to create a room for people, they can lie to get their people in power for them to come and destroy the democracy we have been enjoying since 1956. 57. It's so steady MPP now. Atra omudi no 2024 senya omudi bad together try to convince and lie to Ghanaians abro omoni ankasa nim se ye ne Ghana for neti ye twa omo atro ye di omo sika ye wi omo ya bo omo tuo. But you see, during elections or before elections they were still telling you people say wo kura na wo ho chiro no at the point MP before ma wo be believe in say wo ho chiro at the point Ghana ni a oye dwadini a ni sika nyina ahye no MPP Bawumia MPP Kennedy Japan MPP Brand Champion MPP Country MPP Kobre Japan MPP ene omo maka ne MPP no omo create impression to Ghana for bi to say o ho kire okura menjin di say o ho kire sa obani school na okọ no enye free SHS ne nya kura menjin tum say enye galam say no ekuye eseye nsuo na Addo danko Akuffo ado ye the report amane say ontu wana mo we ntu wana mo kra katu tirim say enye bibia ya boni patuo agitumi 2020 ka kire ho say enye no kore Ghana for enye pensioners amanfo ewu omusika kenoforiata agi one Akuffo ado mo ache sika na di ka kire ho say enye no kore PDS obi say Ghana sika ji almost $500 million ekodi ye katu utirim say sa asem no Akuffo ado na ye Bawumia na ye so enya no kre. So they created this whole fantasy in the heads of Ghanaians. There were Ghanaians around the nation no munim say Akuffo ado Bawumia mo omo ya trofo omo ya kromfo na omo nim say Kennedy Japan Brand Champion mo omo ya trofo omo ya kromfo no munim say country eye former education minister on tibro for Jimmy onim nyanse de school and so creative bibi to Ghana for tim say enya krampa anticipate day. And intina before elections we saw these con artists, these criminals who were vomited out of the NPP. Their inner monkey started showing, and yakase inner monkey na. It is that thing that makes them believe say Jimmy, but they don't understand why I will catch them so Jimmy. And then I had the inner monkey of the NPP followers, the NPP leadership, the NPP as a political party. So before election 2024, no, they still made sure say they projected their inner monkey. And what is their inner monkey? The principles of the NPP inner monkey, the hallmark of the inner monkey is lies, atro, creating an impression that ohunto and so ohunto. And we heard a lot. These are some of the inner monkey statements we had before election 2024. Abra na omode MPP who enye sika ekunipa asay krono. They knew the truth. They have seen regimes upon regimes. Na MPP wini or say Ghana they have seen regimes, but the inner monkey. They were still out there trying to mislead, misinform, trying to make the Ghanaian who is struggling to believe say Bibia okay. But you see, Onyankopon Sebio obo Manchester no ono aso na ohwe so ebo ye malama osudan e na oye den obi e Ghana fo ni ma hu say MPP fo ejimi, and that if we make a mistake and vote for Bawumia Kennedy Japan, Brand Champion, Country, Kobre Japan, we will not have a nation again. These are their inner monkeys. Sanyoma we no mu ye.
But then the election is on the 7th. On the 8th, the result will not come. Everybody shall be jittery. The result will come on the 9th. Some people will try to cause mayhem first day, only 1,000 people will show up. The second day, no one will show up. And there shall be peace. And the result is obvious. The things are difficult. I know that there are 2 people coming. But the Lord has told me that by the 9th of December, His Excellency Dr. Bawumia shall be crowned the President of Ghana. This is not, you know what? This thing has taken me a very long time to say, because I wanted to be certain that this is not my emotion. And for those of you who are my children, you can go through the archives. Not one single prophecy of mine has.
You see, my problem is not this twat talking as a pastor. My problem is those chicken down there calling themselves Nyankopoma. You see, this fool.
We ain't some of the course watching on so. I'm not so Jimmy or Senator Body and Adia don't be Edomiania. If I sound about room, now I have some more constant.